Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Jamaican Dongseng, aka Kaylee, aka Jacko, aka the baddest out here in Bangkok. Y'all like my shirt? Y'all like my shirt? I really love this shirt because if you know me, you know I'm a huge anime fan. So I don't know if you know which anime this is. Please put it down in the comment section below. But yes, welcome back to another video. If you're a new subscriber or if you're just someone who stumbled upon my videos for the first time, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you being here. If you haven't subscribed yet, because I don't know what you're waiting on, just hit that subscription button now. If you are a returning watcher or subscriber, thank you so much for being here and being a part of this family. It's greatly appreciated. I love your support and I love seeing the comments, whether you send it here on YouTube or you send it in a DM. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know why I'm dancing. I don't know why I'm shaking. Anyways, I might sound a little too congested because my sinus has been fucking me over. So please don't pay attention to the tone of my voice right now. Yeah, don't. But anyways, the reason why I'm doing this video and the reason why you're actually getting another video so close to one that I've released previously is because this dear person commented on my last video and asked a very good question. When I was starting out, I was gonna do a video on how I got here in terms of like cost breakdown and stuff like that, but I don't know, I didn't bother. But this person now asked about what's it like moving here, in terms of like how did I get my source my condo and stuff like those, and if you have to get it from where you are or you have to come here and stuff like that. So instead of just commenting, I feel it would make more of an impact. It would have more of an impact, not just on that person, but it will be beneficial to other people who would also want to know how they can get an apartment, or they can do renting, whether it's an apartment, a condo, or a house or a townhouse, you know, stuff like that. How they can get how they can set up their living arrangements here when they decide to move to Bangkok. No, well, Thailand, but I can only speak for Bangkok because that is where I live. So I can only tell you information on like Bangkok procedures, but I think it's the same. It's the same everywhere. So even if you're not looking to live in Bangkok, the same process applies. But some contracts for housing purposes might be different for some people. But either way, it's going to be very generalized, and I will tell you how I got my condo, the process, payment, and stuff like those. So let's get into that. Okay, so when I was planning to come here, again, if you haven't watched my original video about the reason I came here, I'll put the link somewhere. So basically, I actually started like looking for places while I was back in Jamaica. I would look on their like realtor pages. I would check out a bunch of different websites with just rentals, just so I am very prepared for when I get here. I would say I didn't pay any money or anything before I got here because as someone who does business, yeah, it's best to kind of have all the transactions done face to face for proof purposes and stuff like those. For my own peace of mind, I would not have paid any money while I was still in JA to come here and whatever. Me no want nobody scam me. Me work too hard for my money, and me no want nobody scam me. So I don't want to get scammed for the hard working money I earn. The fruits of my labor will not be in vain. So I made sure that I did a lot of research on like condos within the area that was really close by to my uni, just so I don't have like traveling issues. My brain just went blank. Yeah, just so I didn't have any traveling issues and there wasn't much of a distance. So when I was looking for where to live, that was just one of the major factors. I also wanted the space, but I chose distance over space any day, any fucking day. So what I would recommend to the person who left that comment on my previous video, if you haven't seen that, go and watch it. You can do your own research from where you are currently. And just to pipe in, I just want to say you're doing really well, because the fact that you said you want to retire in like 2 years, I know you've worked hard, girly. I know you've worked hard. So big up yourself, and I hope you have an amazing retirement when that time comes. But anyways, back to the matter. So I would recommend not paying any money from back home to here. Again, because it's so much easier when you do it in person and you get to set boundaries. You know, it's so much easier to do face to face. So what I did, I researched properties and I reached out to agents. I searched on various websites. I will put a link in the description of this video where you can go and find properties. And of course, you can also use Facebook. You can utilize Facebook because they're also on Facebook. But I did not go through Facebook. I just searched on like the websites. If you type in places for rentals in Bangkok, you'll see, I think one is called like property something. It's called property something. I don't remember. And there's another one, but there are quite a few. Trust me. I will also provide in the description the agent that I use. I think it's called first class something, and they were very dear to me. They were very, 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 professional, to the point, and they know what's up. So what I did, I sent out those messages for like property inquiries, things that I'm interested in, and I made it very clear that I would not be available for any viewing until I was in the country. So I would say it's very easy. I want to say it's very easy to find like apartments, condos, houses, and stuff like that. So it won't take you very long to find somewhere to stay once you get here. So what I did, I was actively liaising with the agent. So by the time I got here, I would have gotten like a day to kind of view the place. So they will send you pictures, and you can ask for more pictures if you're not really sure. If you think like the pictures that they have on the website is outdated, you can always tell the agent to like show you like more realistic like present pictures of the places. And trust me, they work hard. They work very hard. So they will be sending you that shit maybe the next day or a few hours after. So what I did something similar. I told the agent, I told her I wanted to see more like what the current state of the condo was like, and then the next day I got them. So I told her that I was very much interested in that specific condo. Oh, focus. So yeah, I told her I was very interested in that condo, but I didn't make any payment or anything. I told her that once I got here, then I would decide on, you know, making all payments, getting all my receipts together, stuff like that. When I got here, there were some issues, but it was not the agent's fault. It was more so on my issue, because I was late. I missed one of my flights to get here, so it got, yeah, that's a whole fucking story by itself. But either ways, when I got here, the condo that I wanted initially was not available anymore. But trust me, she had a plan B. She's like, you know what? I actually have another one in the same fucking building that was available, and it has more amenities, and I think it costs less. So I'm like, you know me so well, baby girl. So yeah, she sent me pictures of it, and she was like, yeah, you can literally move in like tomorrow. If you sign the lease today, you can move in. You can, not even tomorrow, you can move in like today, because I was in haste, because I got here just before January 1. I think I got here like 28th of December, and so I needed to get a place to stay. So what I recommend is you book you can stay at a hotel or hostel or Airbnb or somewhere for like a week, because trust me, in 1 week you will find a place. So you book Airbnb, a hotel for a week. You can find them on Agoda or booking.com or Airbnb's website. You can stay at one of those lesser expensive places for like 1 week, and then you can use that week to kind of, you know, finalize where you want to stay. But just ensure that you already like speak to like an agent from where you're staying. So you're at home, you speak with an agent from over here in Thailand, so they have options. They have options readily waiting for you once you get here. So in terms of like the process of actually saying, okay, this is now my condo, I now the leasee, whatever. So when you say, yeah, you are very much interested in this condo and you want it, they bring out the paperwork. So for my lease, for my contract, I basically had to, I indicated that I'm a student, but I also could, I don't remember if I needed to show proof that I could pay. I don't recall that part, but my thing that I said I was a student, I think so. They will give you a contract. They will show you the details of it. So just ensure that you read the contract very, very carefully. And you also get a copy of it. For mine, I did have a witness, but if you don't have another person, that's fine. It's not every, I want to say it's not every contract requires you to have a witness. But if you're traveling, if you're planning to move here with another person, then the other person can be the witness, and stuff like that. So they bring the contract out, and you have the owner of the house, the condo, the whatever, or the person acting on their behalf, and you have the agent and you're there. So it's the three of you just there. They bring out the contract. You read it. They tell you to read it. Some people just go ahead and sign, but you read it so you know what you're signing off on. You read it, and most of the time I've never seen like any difference in terms of this part of the contract. But whenever you're signing, you have to pay your rent 3 times, and it means you have 2 months deposit and you pay 1 extra. So for that specific month you pay, and then you pay 2 months deposit. So that's why I said 3. So it's just that you're paying for this current month, you're paying for this month's rent, and then you'll have 2 deposits that you have to make, and they give that back to you at the end of your lease. So just keep in mind that if you're saying that you're renting, so they call it 1 month in advance and 2 months deposit. So if you're going to do the renting, just if the place costs like 30,000 baht, just know that you'll end up paying like 90,000 baht when you're signing the lease. So 3 3 is 9. So just remember that part. You need to show your ID, passport. My ID was my passport at the time. And of course, you can use your driver's license, stuff like that. But please remember, they always have like 1 month in advance and 2 months deposit. The deposit, you get it back at the end of the lease, which I think is the law for like all rentals around the world. I don't know, maybe some rentals require you to pay 1 month deposit, but for mine and my friends, 2 months deposit, 1 month in advance. So if your rent is for 30,000 baht, you'll end up paying 90,000 baht for that in that first instance. And then in your contract, it usually talks about what you are responsible for, your obligations. It will also talk about penalties if you are late with your rent, when you're expected to pay your rent. It will also talk about what is included. So for mine, I can say for mine personally, it tells you what appliances are in the house, in the room. So if they had a refrigerator, a stove, or a television, a bed, they outlined it in my contract. I haven't read anybody else's contract, so I'm not entirely sure about that specific part. But the standard process is you sign the contract on spot, you provide them with your ID, you pay a total of 3 times your rent for that specific period, which is 1 month in advance and 2 months deposit. 1 month in advance, 2 months deposit. And then, you apply your signature, you get a copy, they get a copy. And yeah, that was pretty much the process. It wasn't a headache. It wasn't very hard. It was just done then and there, and I could literally just move into the condo. I could just literally move into here. So after you sign and stuff, of course, something to note, some leasing agreements, some of them will say that the agreement is for a year, nothing less. Some people's contract may be for 6 months, some a year. Mine is a year. So you can choose to renew at the end. That is if the owner doesn't have a different direction that they want to go with. Well, go in. But for me, I renewed mine, and I think I'm gonna stay here for the entirety of my 3rd year, and then I'll probably move into a house in my 4th year if I don't finish like in the next year. But you basically, my brain's going blank. Yeah, so the length of the agreement, some people say 6 months. Nowadays I'm pretty sure it's like a yearly contract that they're doing, nothing less, because there are some laws, some stuff out here with those arrangements. I'm not a lawyer and I'm not really much into real estate as yet out here, so if you are, then you can comment the facts. But as I know, most of the contracts that I've heard of, or when I was looking for places to stay, they say that it had to be a year, like 1 year. And even in my current condo, they also have like a policy where you should not be doing like short-term rentals. It has to be long-term. So there is no few days and stuff like that. This is not an Airbnb situation, in the sense that you can come here for like 3 days or like a week. You can stay for like a week and that's it, because no, it doesn't work like that. So once you have signed the contract and everything, they provide you with your access stuff, so your key, if you need like a code to open your door, stuff like that. If they have Wi-Fi, they give you Wi-Fi codes. And then for most of the condos, I don't know, I can only speak on mine and the ones that I visited, they take you to like the office. For my condo, there is an office, and I think there is an office at every condo. That's where parcels get delivered, and if you have issues, you go down there. So they take you to like the office, or you sit and you wait. But I went inside the office, and that's where I got my name and stuff updated in their system to say I live here for now. And they updated my pass to like get inside the building, to get to my floor. They updated my name on like the water bill and electricity stuff and stuff like those. So another thing is, I'm not quite sure of any condos where you don't pay for utilities yourself. I'm not sure of any. Mine, I have to pay my own utilities, but the great thing about it is utilities are not that expensive. Again, for water, I pay less than 100 baht per month for water. If it reaches 100, is because I am probably doing some deep cleaning and scrubbing, and that would push it to like 100 baht, but it's usually like 60 baht and stuff like those. And because I don't cook a lot, then yeah. For electricity, I only use one of my air conditions at a time, and I don't sleep with the air condition, so my electricity bill is probably around less than 1200 baht, so 1200 baht. Before, and because I changed my refrigerator, it was one of the smaller ones, but that got damaged, so my owner got, I said my owner, that sounds like slavery. So the owner of the condo got a bigger refrigerator, so that one, of course, it's gonna take a lot more juice, and my bill went up. So at first my bill did not pass like 700 baht, but because of the changes, yeah, it's now at like 1200 baht. It's now at like 1200 baht, which is fine. When I look at that, I'm paying like 5,000 Jamaican dollars to run an AC and stuff. So, which I know my Jamaicans cannot say this at all, because if you run AC, and remember I sleep for maybe around 6 hours, 7 hours max. So the AC is running from the time I get up to the time I decide to go to bed, especially on days where I don't have classes and I'm just like working. So yeah, pretty much the process is not very hard, but I would say you definitely should come here first and then sort out the paperwork and where you want to live, so you can view it for yourself. You can view the places for yourself, and you can make a decision once you've seen everything, tried everything, you've tested the pipes. Oh, a thing to note too, just ensure that before you sign any shit, you check everything. You check everything, and it's also good to like take a video. If you didn't get to check everything before you sign, just take a video once you move in, and if you find anything on your first day that you moved in and you videoing stuff, send it in the beginning of it all, because you will get penalized at the end if you didn't talk up about these issues. So let's say you rented the place and the door was broken. You came here and saw the door broken, but you did not report that, okay, this door was broken initially. Trust me, there are some very dishonest like owners and stuff like those, and they will scam you out of your deposit. I've had like a friend who this happened to, and trust me, she almost did not get back any of her deposit. So can you believe losing like 60,000, maybe like only getting back 20,000 back out of your 60,000 deposit? Yeah. So I'd say whenever you just move in, definitely just take a video, check everything, just ensure that everything is up to par. If it's not from the early stage, you just send it to say, just letting you know, this has been broken since before I moved in here. I found this issue, I found that issue. Whenever you find them, it's best to just send them, because if you don't, then you won't. And please save proof. Please have proof, because trust me, yeah, I will you up for my money. Again, I don't play about my bag. So just ensure that you check that everything works as they should, so you don't have any problems when you're supposed to get your money back, when you're supposed to get your deposit back. For some leases, well, for my lease, I have to pay a cleaning fee at the end. I think it's like 1,500 baht that they take out of your deposit for like cleaning the fucking place. I don't really fancy it, but I'm like, fine, it's okay. The owner of my condo, they pay to like clean my air cons, but I pay in between, because they say that you should clean your air conditioner like every 3 months. So I do it around every 3 months, but they do it like at the end of the year. And because I renew my contract, they usually do it at the end of the year. But I clean it, I try to get it cleaned like every 3 or 4 months or so. I am actually scheduled to get it cleaned soon. Now that I think about it, I need to actually I need to make the booking to get it clean, because I now feel very congested, so I know it's time. But yeah, it's very simple. It's not a very long process. It's not a headache. I would only recommend that you do it here instead of back home. Just rent, just book an Airbnb, or again a hostel or hotel. There are a lot around the areas, and for cheap, very affordable. You can just book them for like 2 weeks, just so you have a lot more time to kind of breathe and look around. Again, have options, speak with an agent. I will put my agent details in the description box, so you can reach out to her. I really love her service. Well, it was 2 of them. I really love their service that they've given to me. They're very nice, and they could communicate in English, so I did not have any language barrier issues. And my condo owner, she also speaks English very well. So I don't have any issues with like texting and messaging and stuff like those. And the final thing that I'd say that you should be aware of when you're like renting anywhere in Thailand, and this has to do with like your visa, you have to do a 90-day notification of stay, as the name suggests, every 90 days. However, if you're someone that you plan on leaving and coming back, leaving and coming back, if it's within 90 days, then you don't need to do it because it resets every time you enter the country. So if you leave the country and you come back, it resets that 90 days. However, if you are in the country for 90 days, you haven't left, you are still here, you need to do a notification of stay, 90-day notification of stay. And when you rent a place here, they do a TM27. The realtor, the owner, the agent, they should submit a TM27. I think it's a TM27, TM29. If I'm saying the wrong one, I'll probably correct myself by putting it on the screen. But they must submit a TM27 for you at the immigration office. This is where they register that you live here. You live at this location. But you can also do it yourself. And pay like 800 baht to do it at the immigration office. So I'd say just ensure that whenever you sign your lease and stuff like those, just keep keep getting updates on like if this was submitted by your agent. My agent submitted it, but there were like some issues, and yeah, so I ended up having to pay for that, but I did get my money back either way because she said that she did update it. She did go there, but I don't know, they weren't seeing my details in the system, so I had to just do it at the immigration office, and I had to pay 800 baht, but I got reimbursed for that. I don't know if it's the same with other agencies, realtors, whatever, but yeah, if you stay in the country for more than 90 days, you need to go to the immigration office and get your notification updated. So every 90 days you need to update the Thai immigration office that I'm still living here. Yeah, it's best to like, you can make an appointment online or you can mail in yourself, but it needs to be done like 15 days before your actual due date to go in, because you have a 5-day post-date grace period, so you can be late for 5 days. So if your date to go to the immigration to do your 90 days was the 12th, you have 5 days after the 12th to kind of get it together, like visit the office before you start getting charged like late fees. So just something to consider. And yeah, I hope I explained the process as best as I could and you understand it. If you don't, you can always message me on Instagram. I'd be happy to maybe like call you. Honestly, I will call you and you can like ask me any questions that you have. And I can also like, I will also put links to like the places that you can go to, like websites and stuff for like rentals, and I will also put my realtor's information in the description. You can also download the Line app because that's mostly what is used for like communication purposes here. So you should download the Line app, so it's very much easier for you to communicate and stuff like that. So yeah, I'll put those information in the description box, and you can let me know if you have any other questions. You can comment or you can send it to me on Instagram. I will answer once it's something that I'm aware of, or I can always point you in the correct direction. So yeah, this brings me to the end of my video, well, end of another video. Please let me know if there's a video that there's a topic that you might want me to talk on. Somebody asked about mosquitoes. Yeah, I haven't seen a mosquito in a long time. I haven't gotten bitten by a mosquito. I don't have any mosquito situation issues, and there's water literally like down there that boats pass by. It rains, it floods, but I've never had like a mosquito issue. No mosquito problem. None. I don't have no mosquito problem. I not have to worry about no mosquito bite me. I'm good. I'm good. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. So I'll see you guys in the next one, which is gonna be very, very, very soon. So, annyeong.